Welcome back to Wrestling Empire Federation. Today we got a great lineup for you. Making his way down to the ring is none other than the notorious Scott Hall. We are going to be doing a ladder match today. The first ladder match ever in Wrestling Empire Federation. And Scott Hall has a grudge to settle with his opponent today. They've been in many ladder matches before, but never in the Wrestling Empire Federation. Making his way down to the ring from All American Wrestling, Shawn Michaels, accompanied by Marty Jannetty. Looks like there's a Rockers reunion. And what's this? Michaels with a microphone. Lock the medicine cabinet. Scott Hall is on the prowl looking for his next fix. The cat's out of the bag, and now everybody knows you're a filthy drug addict. Oh, wow, HBK with some strong words there. You've brought shame on this sport and everybody who has tried to keep it clean. That's funny coming from Michaels. If you're so sure about that, why don't you give us a urine sample, Shawn Michaels? Oh, Michaels with that burn right now. After I beat the piss out of you, the whole world will get to see who you really are. These people are trading piss jokes between each other. And Michaels off to the gates with a hurricanrana into a ladder. And if only the cameramen were currently in position, we could get to see some of this action a little bit better. Refereeing tonight is none other than the legendary Theodore Long. Hopefully he won't make every match tonight a tag match out of nowhere. Michaels with a back slide. The only way to win this match is a pinfall dead center in the ring, as well as submissions, I believe. Since there is no title on the line, there will be nothing to grab on top of the ladder. Ladders are clearly just going to be used as weapons right now. Scott Hall with a German suplex onto the ladder. Scott Hall thinking Victor roll a little too soon for that. Michaels able to kick out, not even a 1 count there. Scott Hall with series strikes, knocking Michaels straight into the ladder. Scott Hall tried to go for a soup slam, but Michaels was able to counter that one. Series of strikes from Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels with a sleeper roll, dead center of the ring. Scott Hall counters with a snapmare. Marty Jannetty looked like he was trying to get involved, but Theodore Long, restoring order, pushed him out of the ring. Hall with a neckbreaker. Series of strikes between both opponents. Scott Hall with the clothesline there. Didn't seem to get all of it. Michael's able to get very fast up there. Scott Hall looking for a breather. What's this? He's found himself a table. Looks like Hall is trying to turn this one into a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Hall dragging the table into the ring. Looks like Theodore Long is going along with the idea. Has a steel chair in his hand. Hall with a gut wrench suplex. Hall with a belly to back suplex. Hall with a double-handed chokeslam and throws Michaels outside of the ring. Crowd is loving this one, getting very wild for it, chanting for John Cena, who is not in this match. We haven't seen him in Wrestling Empire in quite a while. Hall with a German suplex onto the table. Marty Jannetty getting involved in this one. Oh, Hall able to counter now. He's got both of them on the table. Oh, it looked like Michaels was trying to go for a crossbody, but Scott Hall was able to counter with an RKO. Michaels with a scoop slam onto the ladders. Hall's going to be filling that one in the morning. Scott Hall slow to his feet. Michaels with a chair in hand. Michaels' head smashes Hall's head over the head with a steel chair. Hall with a clothesline. Hall now with the steel chair. Going to give Michaels a taste of his own medicine here. Series of chair strikes. Michaels dead center in the ring, not really moving. Too many chair strikes at this point. Hall belly back suplex, and Michaels hit his leg on the ladder. Maybe that will incapacitate Michaels. No, Michaels was able to counter, and Hall counters with a drop toe hold. Hall setting up the table, possibly thinking maybe high-risk maneuver here, perhaps. Hall, German suplex onto the table. Michaels quicker to get to his feet there. Michaels doing a tightrope walk. Series of strikes by Michaels. Michaels trying to get the advantage here. Hall able to push Michaels off the table. What is Hall going to do here? Hall climbing the ladder. Hall thinking high risk. Hall able to connect with a diving elbow drop. Both men very slow to get to their feet. Hall setting up Michaels. What's this? Looking for another German suplex. Was not able to German suplex him onto the table, but the head did connect, so clearly you can get a concussion from that. Hall with a belly-to-back suplex. Theodore Long climbing to the top of the ladder. I'm not quite sure why he's doing that, and it looks like he's trying to practice being a stuntman or something. Hall setting up for a powerbomb onto the table, but misses just slightly. Hall, what's he going to do here? Drag him closer to the table. Looks like Hall's trying to go for another powerbomb, but misses the table completely there. Hall going for the 3 count. Does he get it? No. Michaels able to kick out. Still has a little bit of energy left in him. Hall with a double-handed choke slam onto the table. Michaels has sustained various head trauma thanks to being collided into that table multiple times. As you can see, Michaels can barely stand at this point. Couldn't even run through the Irish whip. Michaels with a series of strikes. Hall with an Irish whip into a steel ladder. Hall setting up another ladder. We got 6 ladders in the ring right now. Theodore Long trying to reposition those ladder. Hall with a German suplex onto the side of the ladder. Michaels very slow to get his feet. Presumably, if Hall would hit his finisher, he might be able to win this one, but Michaels still got a little bit of energy. Dropped toe hold onto a ladder. Hall was quicker to his feet on that one. No, Michaels trying to get some distance from Hall. Belly-to-back suplex. Hall setting up. Hall going scoop slant onto the concrete there. That could break somebody's back. German suplex onto the concrete as well. The only way to win this match, however, is a pinfall dead center in the ring. You cannot win this one on the outside, I should say. Hall flying crossbody off the ladder onto Michaels, but is not able to go for the 3 count. Oh, there he goes. 1, 2. Will he get it? No, Michaels able to kick out yet again. Still a lot of energy left in Michaels. Jannetty getting a bit apprehensive here, trying to interfere in the match, but Theodore Long there for the save. Theodore Long has been putting in work as the referee, unlike a lot of other ones. Michaels was able to counter the German suplex, but Hall was able to counter with a side headlock. Hall quicker to his feet, now goes for Greco-Roman slam. Hall with a belly-to-back suplex onto the ladder. The ladder explodes. Both men very slow to their feet at this point. Hall signaling for something, maybe signaling that this is going to be the end of the match. Maybe going to hit a finisher here, perhaps. Hall signaling, looked like he was going for a powerbomb, but Michaels was able to slip out of that one. Series of strikes by Michaels. Hall counters into an armbar. Michaels counters into an Irish whip into the ladder. Michaels with a steel chair in hand, trying to fend off Hall here. Doesn't look like he wants any more Hall. Nope. Michaels with a steel chair shot to Hall. Setting up the ladder here, but Hall able to counter with a very low kick. Both men center the ring. Looks like he was going for a high-risk maneuver of sorts. Nope, Michaels able to counter with a side headlock. Series of strikes to the head. Michaels flips over Hall, and both men collide. Looks like Theodore Long set up a ladder. We're out of position thanks to that darn cameraman. Somebody should fire him. Snapmare onto the ladder. Another snapmare. The ladder explodes. Michael dead center of the ring with a side headlock. Referee in position now, waiting to see if Hall will submit. Series of strikes being traded between both opponents in the ring. Hall desperately looks like he's trying to fight out of that submission move and is just able to get out of it. Hall with a neck breaker on the ladder to Michaels. Fans are chanting ECW at this point. They're loving this one. Short arm clothesline by Hall on Michaels onto the ladder. Looked like Hall was trying to go for a powerbomb. Hall counters Michaels' submission into a ankle lock, modified ankle lock, and Scott Hall is able to pick up a submission victory here in our opening bout. All right, next matchup is a MMA fight. We have brought in the 6-sided ring now here in Wrestling Empire to give it more of a traditional MMA style for our matchups. Making her way down to the ring is the lightweight champion, Rhonda Rhousey. Not particularly a fan favorite, as you could hear, getting a fair share of boos by the Wrestling Empire faithful. Making her way down to the ring is her opponent tonight, Cyborg. This will not be for the light heavyweight championship, as Cyborg is a heavyweight, but these two have been mouthing off on social media against each other, so figured they would settle it in the six-sided steel cage. The only way to win this fight is by submission or referee stoppage. Cyborg with a mic, you're too young to be a champion. Ronda Rousey, you haven't a clue what the responsibility means. Rousey with a mic, I'm a better wrestler than you, and that's the only thing that matters between these ropes. But this is not a wrestling match, folks. This is an MMA fight. All right, Cyborg with a short arm clothesline, setting up Rousey for a German suplex. Fans already divided between who they want to win this match. Cyborg with a side headlock. Ronda Rousey able to counter into a sit-down reverse DDT. Series of strikes being traded. Rousey with a Hurricanrana, knocking the referee down in the process as well. Ronda Rousey with a side headlock. Referee checking on Cyborg, seeing if she will submit here. Ronda transitions this into a Dragon Sleeper. Cyborg trying to fight off Ronda Rousey's submission here. Will she be able to break out of it? Referee clearly checking. She's been in this hold very long time at this point. Once the blood circulation gets cut off to the head, you just pass out. Ronda Rousey tried to transition it into a chokehold, but Cyborg was able to counter that one. Series of strikes by Cyborg. A jumping kick by Cyborg. Cyborg with a short arm clothesline onto Ronda Rousey. Picking her up, thinking Greco-Roman slam. Nice takedown by Cyborg. Cyborg transitioning into a crossface. Ronda Rousey counters with a snapmare. Crowd is chanting, letting both competitors know what they think of this matchup. Looks like Ronda Rousey is got in the faith of the fans, as now they are booing Cyborg. Cyborg went for a spear, but Ronda Rousey transitions that into a triangle hold, but was not able to hold on there. Cyborg able to slip out. Cyborg thinking submission, but Ronda counters again into a cross armbar. Not able to hold on that hold, though. Still a lot of fight from Cyborg. DDT into a submission maneuver. However, Cyborg is able to slip out of that one as well. Jumping high kick by Cyborg. Ronda Rousey collided into the steel cage. Rousey with a countered monkey flip into the cage, and now thinking armbar here. Referee checking once again on Cyborg. If you're keeping score at home right now, Ronda Rousey clearly trying to get a submission victory here on Cyborg, with Cyborg using her power to push out of this one. Cyborg going for a side suplex. Series of strikes by Cyborg and a dead center strike to the kick. It was a kick to the chin. Ronda down. Cyborg beating down on Ronda Rousey. Rousey looking very weak at this point. Series of strikes by Cyborg again. Cyborg definitely feeling it, trying to go for the kill. Ronda Rousey countering with a triangle chokehold, but is not able to get out of it. Nope. Yep. Cyborg was able to counter with a power bomb. That's just some of the power. We do have a heavyweight going against a lightweight at this point. Cyborg with their German suplex. Referee checking on Rousey, seeing if he needs to stop this fight. No. Ronda Rousey with a clothesline. Cyborg signaling for something here. We don't know what. It is another high jump kick by Cyborg. Cyborg setting up for a stunner of all things. Must have learned that one from Stone Cold Steve Austin. Cyborg now. Dragon suplex onto the steel cage. And that's it. Ronda Rousey is out. Cyborg has won via referee stoppage. Next up is our main event, folks. This is a Barbwire Deathmatch rematch. Making his way down to the ring is none other than Kenny Omega, who has a score to settle with Jon Moxley. Internet was giving them some hell as of late based on that really dinky barbed wire deathmatch that they had in a different federation. Making his way down to the ring is none other than Jon Moxley. Moxley clearly has a score to settle here with Omega. Did not like the trick that Omega had pulled on him, embarrassing him and his best friend. What's this? Ambrose with a microphone. When you're dealing with a rabid animal, rope can't contain it, as well as barbed wire. Strong words by Moxley. All you deserve to feel is the pain of torn flesh as I beat you from one side of this ring to the other. Omega, you're the only animal in this ring, Jon Moxley, and I'll put you down. Omega declaring that he's going to euthanize Moxley here. Moxley with a series of strikes into a clothesline. Moxley with a side suplex, and the dynamite goes off. Both men, and more dynamite, and Moxley is sent careening out of the ring already. I don't even know if Moxley will be able to stand after that one. And another explosion, and even now, Kenny Omega has feeling the brunt of these explosions. Blood clearly spilling out right now from both competitors, taking a lot of damage early in this match. Moxley with a drop toe hold. Moxley with a German suplex. Theodore Long even cut up. You can see blood on his pants. Moxley with a side suplex. Very close to that dynamite in the center of the ring. They got to be careful here. Moxley thinking pile driver, just missing that dynamite. Kenny Omega not looking very good right now. Worse for wear for him. Moxley throws some dynamite, but was not able to time that one correctly. Kenny Omega very slow to get to his feet. Kenny Omega Irish whipped into that barbed wire. We can see some blood spilling out of his back. Irish whip again by Moxley onto Omega into the barbed wire. Moxley hits a neck breaker. Moxley picking up Omega. Irish whip yet again onto that barbed wire, and we get a back body drop. Moxley with a short arm clothesline. Theodore Long looking for a weapon of sorts. Side suplex, just missing that dynamite, but both men have to be careful because that dynamite could go off at any split second. Omega was able to counter Moxley into a snapmare and was thinking camel clutch. Moxley counters with another snapmare, throws Omega into that barbed wire face first. What's Moxley thinking here? Moxley was going to go for a pile driver. Kenny Omega counters with a ankle lock, modified ankle lock. Referee in position for the submission. There were no rope breaks. Obviously, it's a matchup. Moxley is able to counter with an own modified ankle lock. Moxley with an Irish whip yet again onto Kenny Omega's back. Kenny Omega collapsing to his feet, barely able to stand. Another Irish whip into that barbed wire. Moxley hip toss onto the dynamite. Dynamite does not explode from that one, though. Both men very slow to get to their feet. Moxley hits a side headlock takedown. Moxley with a side suplex, and Kenny Omega tumbles into that barbed wire, and the exploding barbed wire goes off on top of the dynamite explosion. Holy humanity, these are human beings, folks. Moxley scoop slammed outside, and Kenny Omega feeling a lot of pain here. We can see the blood spill in from the lower regions of Kenny Omega here. That's definitely a place you don't want to get a cut, folks. Moxley very slow to his feet. Kenny Omega, enough energy to taunt. Moxley trying to get back into the ring. Nope. Moxley with a belly-to-back suplex. Onto that concrete. Kenny Omega sustained a lot of damage here. A suplex onto the concrete. Cameraman clearly a little out of position on this one. Irish whip back into the ring. Kenny Omega slipping outside of the ring, trying to play some mind games with Moxley. Moxley straight punch to the face. Oh my goodness, he threw dynamite at the referee. Moxley just got some retribution for that transgression as the dynamite explodes on him as well. Not to mention these barbed wires are rigged with explosives to go off whenever people touch them. Oh boy. Moxley going outside to the ring looking for a baseball bat. That baseball bat does not have barbed wire, I believe. Fans are chanting, not really liking this one. Baseball bat strikes to Moxley. Moxley being booed. The heel is being booed by the fans. Oh my goodness, did you see that? They were too close to the dynamite and the ring ropes, and the explosions occurred yet again. Moxley spilling back outside to the ring. Kenny Omega collapsing on the ground. Omega faster to his feet, though. Moxley's very slow to get out of here. Moxley might have sustained some type of injury, maybe an internal injury. Moxley still with the baseball bat in hand, throws it away, looking for a ladder, setting the ladder up now. And what's this? Sting! Sting is here. What is Sting doing here? Oh, Kenny Omega with a V-trigger off the ladder. And what's this? Sting is getting involved here. Whose side is Sting on? Sting striking Kenny Omega. Clearly looks like Sting and Moxley must have formed an alliance of sorts. And the dynamite goes off yet again as both men were tussling to try to get control here. Both men are down on their feet. ECW chants breaking out from the fans. Theodore Long can only look on. He cannot stop this match. Only way to win this match is pinfall or submission. Dead center of the ring. Both men back to their feet. Moxley with an Irish whip into the barbed wire. Moxley with a neckbreaker. Sting getting in on the action now, too. They're both pummeling. Oh, my goodness. Did you see that? They both connected with 3D onto Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega has no friends here in Wrestling Empire teams. And look at Omega's face, bleeding profusely thanks to that barbed wire series of strikes by Moxley onto Omega. Blood spilling out the rectum of even Kenny Omega. That is crazy. We gotta stop this fight. Oh, the humanity short arm clothesline by Moxley. Moxley picking back up Omega. Throws him into the turnbuckle, which explodes. Side belly suplex. Oh, look at Moxley's back there. It's bleeding profusely. This is just some of the punishment that both men have sustained from this barbed wire death match. Short arm clothesline by Moxley yet again. Moxley setting up Omega for a German suplex, but was not able to hold on to get a free count there. Moxley signaling for perhaps then. Will he hit the paradigm shift? Moxley with a paradigm shift and dead center in the ring. Moxley not done with Omega. Another paradigm shift, dead center of the ring. Kenny Omega clearly not going to be able to kick out of this one, sustained too much damage. And that's free count there, folks. Jon Moxley with the victory. And Sting with some strong words after the match for Omega. Looks like Sting has a grudge to settle with Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega top of the ladder, but Moxley counters a side suplex. Thanks for watching Wrestling Empire Federation.